reviews video. I'm sorry that the top of my head's kind of a little bit chopped off, I think, but it's all good. It's just the camera's positioned like that right now, and I was like, okay. Anyway, so this is another Friday reviews video, and it's going to be another 3D one as well, so that's exciting. This is a movie that's been out for a little while now, and quite a few people have asked if I was going to review it, and I always planned to. I didn't really know what happened and why I didn't straight away, but I didn't. But I've seen it twice now, so hopefully I'll have a bit more in-depth thoughts. Basically, I will be reviewing today The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies 3D Blu-ray. Now, if you have not seen the first or the second Hobbit movie, definitely do not watch this video, because there will be, it will ruin the first and second one for you, because, you know, this movie starts right off where the second movie finished, so, you know, you just don't want to do that. So if you haven't watched those two, definitely head off now. But also, I will be doing like a little bit of a discussion in this video as well, but that won't be till later on, and I will put a disclaimer somewhere saying that, you know, there will be some spoilers ahead. But yeah, so don't worry about that now. If you've seen the first two, that's all good. So yes, like I say, basically, this is obviously the third Hobbit movie, and I enjoyed it. I really, really did. I've really been loving the Hobbit movies. This one, the problem was I watched the first one twice, and I enjoyed it the second time a lot more than the first time. And then the second one I just loved. I loved the second one so much, and I kind of watched it really close to then this one being released, because I hadn't got around to watching it yet. And then I kind of went ahead and watched this one straight after kind of seeing the second one for the first time, and I kind of felt a little bit, I wouldn't really say disappointed, but I just didn't find it as enjoyable, I think, as the second one. So that's kind of why I then watched it a second time. But I wouldn't, the first time I watched it in 3D, and the second time I watched it in 2D, so I have a bit of a contrasting thoughts there when we get to the 3D bit. But yeah, basically the start of this movie is awesome. I love the bit with the dragon and the town, and that was just fantastic, and especially in 3D. It really was great. I really loved it. And all that was really fantastic, and Thorin and his search for the stone, which I forgot what that stone is called, and his search for the stone, and, you know, the power that it kind of, or the person that it turns him into, was really, really interesting. And then, you know, basically, you know, as the title suggests, the Battle of the Five Armies, we have the, let's think, the dwarves. You've got the ones who are in the mountain now. You've got the ones that they've called the cousin, or is it a brother? I think it's a cousin. The cousin of Thorin. And so they're together, I guess, the dwarves. We've got the elves, like the king elf, he's got what do you call that animal? The big antlers? Oh my gosh, can't think of the name of the animal. This is not good. What is the animal called? Okay, it doesn't really matter, it's going to come to me. I can't think. A deer, but it's not a deer. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's not a deer, it's another one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a moose either. Maybe it is a deer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He has this animal. It's really cool, but now I forgot the name of it. So we have the elves. They're a team. And we also have the villagers, who's obviously their village, you know, they had some peril in their village because of the dragon. We've got the villagers. We've also got the bad guys who everybody hates. Like, the second time I watched this movie, I watched it with my mum. And she's like, wait, hold on. Who are these guys against? And who's with each other now? And I was like, well, the dwarves are against the elves and the villagers, but everybody's against the ogre type things. Everybody just doesn't like them. They're just in the way. They're a bad guy of bad guys. So they're just the bad guys who nobody likes. So that everybody's battling against them, but then these guys are battling against each other. And we've also got the wizards, but they're not really much involved with the battle, but there's still stuff going on with the wizards and the bad guys. So there's stuff going on everywhere. And I enjoyed it. There's lots of, well, there's quite a lot of action scenes, you know, battle scenes and stuff, but the battle scenes didn't blow me away. I think that's where my problem is there. And Bilbo is my favourite still. He's my favourite character, and I just love him. But yeah, so overall I enjoyed the movie. I gave it 4.5 stars. Like, it was great, it was fantastic, it looked great, it was fun. But it just kind of didn't, it definitely is my least favourite of the three. Now, I gave the first one 4.5 stars, but in hindsight I think I would now give it 5, and I always thought that straight after I watched it, but in my review I gave it 4.5, I'm pretty sure, so, and the second one I gave 5, but this one I think I would give 4.5, just simply because, I don't know why, I couldn't really give you a reason. I think that's why I haven't reviewed the movie when I first watched it, because I don't really know what I have to say about it, but I did enjoy it, that's the thing, and I had a fun time watching it, and I mean, I've watched it twice, but I liked the opening scene the best. I feel like with the other two, there's such a journey, whereas this one is very much in one place with the battle and a lot of, you know, figuring out who's gonna rule the mountain, the stuff between that, and people wanting to rule the mountain and the stone, and then, you know, the confliction between that, and then the things that Bilbo does, and, you know, it's a bit more like that. I just didn't enjoy it quite as much, but I still had fun watching it, so I can't really explain my thoughts. So this is a weird review, because again, that's why I kind of haven't got around to reviewing it yet, because I'm not really sure what to say. But yeah, so basically, I kind of almost knew how this was going to end, because it's the prequel to the Lord of the Rings movies, which I have not seen. But at the beginning of the first movie, obviously we see Bilbo Baggins as he's old. So I kind of, you know, had a prediction how it was going to end, and I'll talk a bit more about what I thought about the end in the spoiler bit. But I did kind of predict that the whole way through, so I was kind of anticipating that, I guess. But also, I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movies, so now I'm really interested to, after this movie, to follow on and watch those. Because I know a lot of people obviously love the Lord of the Rings movies, and I've never seen them. So that'll definitely be interesting. But yes, overall, I gave it 4.5 stars, but I didn't really know what to say about it, so that's kind of the non-spoilery bit. Oh, wait, the 3D. Duh, I'm forgetting things. Okay, the 3D. The 3D on this movie is fantastic. This movie is definitely to watch in 3D. It looks brilliant, it looks fantastic, it's got depth, it's got pop out. That opening scene is just wow. It's just so good. This is such a good 3D movie. It's definitely to be watched in 3D. When I watched it in 2D, I definitely did feel a little bit like, it was a little bit disappointing. Well, not disappointing, that's the wrong word again, but it wasn't as satisfactory. It's definitely more satisfactory to watch it in 3D. So if you have the option to, I definitely recommend that you do. Because I think it's because I did it the other way around as well. I think if you watched it in 2D and hadn't already just seen it in 3D, it's obviously different. But yeah, I definitely thought it was worth watching in 3D, and if I watched it again, I would watch it in 3D. And it is quite a long film, so sometimes you think, oh, is it going to annoy you to wear the glasses for so long and see the 3D for so long? But I kind of didn't really notice it. It's just, I noticed that it was in 3D, but I mean, it didn't bother me that it was kind of a lengthy film in 3D, if that makes sense. But yeah, so overall the 3D gets a 5 stars. The 3D was great. Definitely recommend the 3D on all 3 of these movies. Really, really fantastic. So now let's get into kind of the spoilery bits, and I pretty much only have like one thing to say about the spoilery thing. So if you haven't seen the movie, definitely head off now. Let me know your thoughts down below though. Oh no, because you haven't seen the movie. Haha! Let me know your thoughts on the other movies and aren't you going to watch the movie. And you people who have seen the movie, you can stay and we'll talk about the spoilers. Okay. So, basically what I actually wanted to say was I always knew that Bilbo Baggins was going to go home, back to, oh my gosh, what's this place called? Back to the Shire. Haha! My brain's just, I couldn't think of the name of the animal, couldn't think of where Bilbo lives. Anyway, I knew he was going to go back to the Shire and his little house, and I was so excited for that, because the bit that really I just loved in the movie was when he had the acorn, and he said, you know, he picked up the acorn, he wants to plant it in his garden, and I just love Bilbo Baggins so much. He's just so cute and so sweet, and I was so excited for him to get home after his adventure. And then he gets back and everything's all messed up for him. I was so sad, and I feel like maybe it had a point of, I don't know if it did, I may have just looking too much into it because I was kind of sad. I was like, oh no, Bilbo. His house was all wrecked and I was just really sad. Maybe it had a point of, now that he's done all this and he's been through these life things, that he realised that these things that he kind of felt like were important to him in his house and materialistic things aren't maybe as important as he thought. That's what I came up with for that. Maybe that was a lesson, or maybe, I don't know, I was kind of sad though. The end. That's the bit I was always really looking forward to, Bilbo getting home, and it kind of just let me down. That's probably why I was most upset with the movie, and that's obviously what I couldn't say before, but yeah, I was just a bit sad that he didn't get back and it wasn't lovely and I didn't see him plant this little tree. That's what I wanted, that's the ending I wanted. But I did like how he has the ring, because obviously, you know, goes on to the Lord of the Rings. I don't really know much about the ring because I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings, so I'm excited to kind of find out more about that. But yeah, overall, you know, like I say, I enjoyed the movie, but it's definitely my least favourite. I think just because the other two were so good, I liked them a lot. This movie, I don't know what my problem is. And so yeah, you can see why I didn't do my review earlier, because it's not the best review ever. But yeah, you guys let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this one, how you liked it in terms of the other two, which one you like best and stuff. The second one's definitely my favourite, the first one my second favourite, and this one is my third favourite. But it's still a fantastic movie, but it's just not my favourite one. Anyway, so until then guys, I will see you next time. Thumbs up if you enjoy these Friday reviews. Until then, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!